Hi, I'm Emily Parker and this is Dolphy, or Hilary van der Bishop. She's 6 years old and she's the current Scottish novice champion. So I first started riding probably when I was about 2. My parents took me to a local riding school and I rode riding school ponies till I was about 6 and got my first pony age 6, who was a little tiny wee thing, 11'2", called Nutmeg. And she taught me how to fall off and how to get back on again constantly, about 3 times every time I rode her. And then I was quite spoilt to get an old pony called Springy who had been there and done it all, just so I didn't lose my nerve completely. And he taught me about winning and having fun and going fast and beating everyone else, which got my competitive streak going. And from then on I had ponies on and off. I had 4-year-olds that I did myself. I had older ones that kind of taught me the next step and the next level, and I've been quite lucky really to have not a naughty pony, but ones that have taught me lessons in how to break youngsters and how to improve my own riding and what have you. Through school I had him, Treefers. I got him as a 6-year-old. I got him when I was about 16, and we did gerunds for North East Midlands, which was really fun. That was my first attempt at riding on a team, which was a local thing, but it was still part of a team, and we came second individually, which was great fun. And then went on to young rider teams, and 2010 we had won team gold, and then in 2011 we won team gold and individual gold, which was amazing and kind of made me realise that actually I could do it. I went to uni for 3 years and rode at the same time. I was really lucky that my parents kept the horses going while I was away, and I came back from uni about 2 days, 3 days a week, and at the weekends as well, and I did lots of ferrying around and lots of partying and eventing and had a great time. And then once I left uni I decided that I'd give eventing properly a go. I set myself 2 years, and if I didn't work out after 2 years I'd get a real job and try and do my chartered surveying. So I'm probably in my 3rd year, and I don't know if I'm not sure I'm a proper event rider yet, but I'm not going into real estate quite yet. So after university I came up to Scotland to work with Ian, and I brought Treefers and the 6-year-old that you saw earlier. She was just a 4-year-old, and we came up with our suitcases just for a month and ended up staying for about 3 months because we enjoyed it so much and learnt so much. And I hunted with the Buccleuch and got lots of lessons from Ian. And then I went home for the season, back to my old yard, and evented from there, and then decided that actually it was better up here, and I enjoyed having the hills and the Scottish crowd, and all the horses are really settled here. So eventually we moved everything up here, and I've gradually got more and more rides since being based up here. So I have about 7 that I compete for various owners, and obviously Trevor for myself, and we've just gradually got bigger and improving hopefully all the time, and aiming for our 2nd 4-star start. This time we've got Treefers. He's my top horse at the minute. I've had him since he's 6 and he's 13 now. He's my young rider gold medal winning horse, and he's aiming at Badminton next year, so he's going to Blair to do the CIC 3-star, and then hopefully Blenheim at the end of the year to do the CCI 3-star, and then on to Badminton 4-star in the spring next season. He's just run at Bergam Advance at the weekend. He's in the lead off the dressage, went double clear and had a slow canter round, so he's well prepared for Blair, hopefully. So he's not jumped, obviously, since the weekend, so we'll just give him a little pop round. He loves a good jump, does Trav? Long-term ambitions is to make sure I've got enough young horses coming through all the time with enough talent to replace or run alongside my top horses, because I don't want to just be a one-horse rider, and I want them all to be potential Olympic horses, and whether they stay in the yard or whether they get sold or whether they go to different people, I'd love to be able to produce Olympic horses or team horses or 4-star horses. Boy. Eventing and equestrian is quite an expensive sport, and I'm not from a hugely wealthy family, and you shouldn't have to rely on your family to support you for your whole life. So sponsors are really important, and you couldn't really do it without them or without any financial backing. So we're lucky that we have Tivia, who sponsor us with rugs and numbness and things for the horses to wear, because that's all quite expensive. And I have a sports training fund from the Nottingham, so they have been kind enough to give me money in a bursary type form, and they've done that for quite a few young sports people, not just in equestrian, in lots of other sports. So that was really kind of them. And then Best Intent, who own one of the horses that I ride, they again have sponsored us with numbness and rugs and bits and bobs like that. So, but you're always looking for more sponsors and more owners to sort of support you and make your business more efficient, and it's good to get your name out there and help them as well. It's a two-way street. You want to help them as much as they want to help you. The yard I'm based at the minute is owned by Steph Stark, who's Ian Stark's daughter, and Ian lives just up the road. He's just developing a new big equestrian centre called Green Hill, and I'm very privileged to be able to have his help. You know, he's an Olympic rider and he's got so much knowledge, and he's doing all this course building now, so it's amazing to have him help me on a weekly basis. Probably in a year I'll enter. From March onwards, they'll do, the big horses will maybe do one event, like the top horses will do one event every 2 to 3 weeks max. The young horses will do fits and starts, so they'll maybe do 3 in a row and then have a couple of weeks off and then another few in a row. So I'm probably competing every weekend of the month for from March until October, and then during the winter season we'll either be hunting or dressaging or show jumping, so you'll rarely have a weekend not competing. Since I've been based up here, we've had Floors Castle, which is an amazing setting. It's incredible and the ground's always perfect. So that's been a happy hunting ground for us as well, because we won the 1-star there this year. I'm looking forward to going to Blair. It's my first year at Blair this season, so we'll see what that's like. In the winter we've travelled up to Ingliston quite a few times. We've travelled up to do BSJ and British Dressage, and we take a whole lorry load and maybe stay for 1 or 2 days depending on what we've got on. And we're quite near Edinburgh, so we go to Sneck, and they have a lot of dressage, and they also have a lot of simulated cross country throughout the winter, so the babies can learn skinnies and learn water trays and learn corners before they actually even go out competing. And we're quite lucky that Ian will hopefully be building his new equestrian centre soon, so that'll be a a massive new arena for the Borders, which will be exciting. Boy. I don't get a lot of time off. I'm quite lucky that I have a Monday off if I haven't got a lot on, so I get a Monday lie-in, which is a real treat, so I rely on the others to go and look after them on a Monday morning, which is nice. But I got home for Christmas this year, which was also quite nice for a few days, but my holidays are my events away, because I'm obviously for Blair I'll be leaving on the Wednesday and not back till the Sunday night, so that's a long time to be leaving the whole yard to other people. So I don't have any actual holiday plans. It's a bit of a full-time thing having horses. Good boy, you're right, you're right. Biggest win to date will be individual gold at the Young Rider Europeans. That will be my biggest win to date, but I've had this season my 2 6-year-olds, Hairlaw Wizard and Hilary van der Bishop, have both won. Hairlaw Wizard won the 1-star at Floors, and Hilary van der Bishop just got crowned Scottish novice champion at Henderside recently. So that's exciting for such young horses who've been competing against quite high-level older horses to come out and win quite a prestigious event. We got to thank Trevor for getting us to where we are. Parents, obviously, 'cause they've supported me since I was a tiny wee thing and always believed in me. I think they knew that I could do it. Well, I think they think I can do it. And Ian probably to thank for making me more professional and turn me from an amateur pony clubber into having a more professional mentality and making the business side of it run more smoothly, and just all my friends and my support, like Fiona Thomas, and who's helped set up this with the Scottish Equestrian TV today, and all of my sponsors who, you know, you wouldn't be able to do anything without them, or my owners who own the majority of my horses, so I'd have little to do without them.